Hello, my spicy friends. Today I'm going to be showcasing my battles in the Northeast Battlers Discord server Spring Great League Draft. Unfortunately, I don't have uh, every single set here just because I accidentally missed a set or two and didn't get the chance to record them, but I figured I would simply just share with you guys as much footage as I could collect because it's a really fun event and I look forward to each and every single draft they hold. So let's get started. All right. Anyway, game one up against Steak Fiend 888. Um, I really do like his team. My plan is generally to use Shelgon and Stunfisk a lot because they have decent matchups against most of the Pokemon on his team. I got to watch out for Weavile, obviously. I feel like I need to have two things that beat Weavile on my team just because, well, it's obviously really good against most of it. And no, I don't have any counter users either. But one thing that does help me out a little bit is that I got the chance to adjust my team's movesets a little bit because in this draft, we are allowed to change the moves of our Pokemon between rounds in a draft. So I decided, anyway, going for a Flamethrower from Shelgon here because Surfetch is pretty glassy, built up to it and through. Anyway, my team definitely does not want to see Victini. Glalie could land a lucky Shadow Ball, I guess, but Typhlosion is probably my best answer to it right now. Or Shelgon, I guess. Yeah, Shelgon is definitely way better here. V-Create doesn't hurt that much because it's pretty spammy, but it's not super strong on its own. But yes, it will definitely hurt. And they're bringing in not Shelgon, they're bringing in Surfetch here for a Night Slash. And I really need to win this because Surfetch will kind of plow through Glalie. So I go for a Twister, but they shield, which is pretty bad. So they get just knocked early out. And at this point, the game is pretty much over because, yeah, close combat. I was definitely not expecting that. I thought it was going to go for like a Night Slash or something. Anyway, final game here. A little bit weak connection, nothing too major. Immediately going to go for a Mud Bomb here because super effective. Now, Mega Gengar is, I think, even glassier than Haunter, so you really got to watch out for it. Bring in Surfetched here, but I know I have to shield because it was revealed to me it has close combat now, so that means that I had to shield there. In comes Mega Gengar. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna let the Shadow Punch through. I'm gonna call their bluff. And now they want to run out of energy. That is totally fine by me. Bring in Stunfisk. I guess I have to shield here. So they CMP me, which is definitely not good. And out comes Weavile. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to throw Discharge right now. And hope to catch on Typhlosion, which doesn't work. It's okay, because it still does a lot of damage. And now this Weavile's energy dry because I forced him to throw. So I finally get to a Discharge in a nick of time. And throw. Fantastic. Anyway, next game up against Crispy Chris, or Set, or whatever, honestly. I can barely keep track of the terms. Pretty decent lead. I figured that their shift tree is pretty strong against most of my team, so I need to have some answers to that. They kind of let Mantine go out instantly, and in retrospect, I realized that shielding Ice Beam was a shitty idea, and I take that into account next game, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm just going to let Stunfisk go down, bring in Typhlosion. You know, even though this is probably positive matchup, Foul Play still hurts like hell. So they bring in Ho-Oh, and I have to bring in Shelgon. So I think my best play here is to, yeah, shield everything and just Dragon Breath down. Unfortunately, I am just a little bit shy of that, and they get a Brave Bird in, and yeah, game over there. So game two. This time they lead pretty much the exact same team, but this time I am ready. and I decided, you know what? Fine, I am going to let Stunfisk go down. If Shiftry wants to knock it out, that is totally fine. I don't think they're going to farm because, well, Snarl does no damage at all. So I decided I'm just going to go for one more discharge is probably going to be enough. But unfortunately, they do get the full farm down. So I decided to use, Glalie this time instead of Typhlosion because Glalie is a little bit bulkier. But yeah, this time I have it 2 shields to power through Ho-Oh. And now I have quite a bit of energy. I am loaded. If Shiftry wants to throw, they are more than welcome to. I can just shield it up and DB down. If I die here, that's totally fine because all it takes is 1 ice shard from Glalie, and yeah. So final game here. Them leading Genesect is pretty interesting here. At first I was thinking that Dragon Breath is doing a pretty decent amount of damage. I can just farm my way down, but then I thought, do they know I have Flamethrower? I don't know if he did know and just didn't care, or whatever the reason, it works out. This isn't that bad matchup either, actually. I mean, sure, Ice Beam will kill, but Bubble is resisted, and I'm doing quite a bit of damage with Dragon Breath. So I decided to go down. In comes Stunfisk. I'm probably going to have to bait once here. And I get the bait off. And obviously they have Earthquakes. It's like, okay, well, I want to shield this because I have Glalie in the back, and I don't want Glalie dying instantly to this crazy Incinerate damage. So I throw again. I have 2 discharges, so it's okay. And I just throw again here. Not really a whole lot to say here, just throwing and winning. Yeah, very intense games there. So yeah, round number 3 up against JD here with his pretty interesting team. First time bringing out Gourgeist because I figured that Grass and Ghost is probably not the worst typing here against his team. I was considering going for Fire Blast Nuke, but decided against it. If his Froligator had Ice Fang, that would probably flip the matchup, but even then, I still figure what are the chances he's going to do that. And yeah, there is the one and only, maybe like one other game later, but so far I think this might be the only game where I run Mega Venusaur. I actually didn't even have Mega Venusaur built before this tournament, so it doesn't have Frenzy Plants, so it sucks. Honestly, it was pretty much just a bluff this whole time. It worked out quite a bit in the games I played, and this game here is part of the reason why I'm happy that he did not have Ice Fang, because otherwise that would have been pretty bad. I tried to catch, or at least throw a move with Gourgeist and fail. So yeah, sad. Game 2, yeah, I decided that I wanted to TM Typhlosion to Shadow Claw because I decided that my team was kind of vulnerable to Gengar, Gothitelle, and I wanted a little bit of neutral damage against Froligator if it really came down to it. So Shadow Claw was what I went for. But I'm pretty surprised that Shadow Claw couldn't even outdamage Gothitelle, because even though super effective, obviously. And here I am using Mega Venusaur like regular Venusaur and assuming it is bulk, which it clearly doesn't have. So anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm going to call their bluff. It's a Shadow Ball, and that works out pretty well. They are pretty lucky they snapped Obscuro. That is a great Pokemon. Good for them. And bring Mega Venusaur, and I'm down a shield, and the game's pretty much over. I decided, you know what, at least throw a charge move. And yeah, GG. Didn't go so well for me. Anyway, game 3, this is a fantastic lead for me. I know that from experience that Shadow Aerodactyl can have Earth Power, so I gotta throw. I bring an Obstagoon, that's fine. Just gonna throw some more. Yeah, Stunfisk is definitely pulling its weight in this draft for me for sure. Stunfisk and Shelgon probably MVPs. Typhlosion coming in third. There is a good reason they're on the thumbnail, guys. They're great Pokemon. I can't believe no one else snagged them. Well, that and Glalie too. Glalie pretty awesome. Just budget Frostlass basically. But yeah, pretty close here. Going for a Twister, a Twisty Twister. Anyway, final set of this draft up against Rar Brooks. Pretty good lead so far, I would say. Led Arcanine, they swap in Donphan. That is totally fine with me. I just shield that up and Dragon Breath down. So I'm now behind on shields, but I have a ton of energy, so that's fine. I think I can make it to, yeah, 2 Twisters here. Fantastic. Yeah, Shelgon isn't like super tanky or anything, but you know, it can get the job done just fine. And here I shield up because I'm expecting a wild charge, but they just go straight flamethrower here. Very interesting. I think I was hoping to catch something on Stunfisk there, or at the very least get some energy in, which I do, by the way. So that works out well. I don't think I can get to a... Oh, I do get to a second Mud Bomb here. That's really awesome. Just going to throw that. Basically Thunder Shock down to Arcanine. Even if there wasn't some lag there, they probably wouldn't have won because I just bring in Typhlosion. Yeah, this is pretty good lead here too. Against Togekiss, they bring in Zangoose. I decide I am going to just bring in Shelgon and Dragon Breath down because I don't want Shelgon up against Togekiss for very obvious reasons. So I'm going to let it take some damage now and just kind of farm down. Or at least it was a plan, but yep, Shelgon is dead. I'm going to bring in I'm going to bring in Stunfisk and farm down. I forgot its name for a second. The flat pancake fish. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually really awesome because I can line up Stunfisk against Tentacruel and then line up Typhlosion against Togekiss for the win. Alright, bringing in Typhlosion now. Just got to get to a Blast Burn. Gotta respect the Ancient Power. And just fire one off real quick here. And shkaboom. Close one. But yeah, actually, there's one more game I'm going to show this too. Gigalith is a really interesting Pokemon. I think it has both Rock Slide and Superpower, which sounds awesome as hell. I really want to try it out someday and like Master League or something. Anyway, I kind of had to bring in Shelgon there. Obviously, didn't want to bring in Stunfisk because it's my best answer to it. And start throwing out Twisters against Tentacruel here. Going to bring in Stunfisk because it's the only Pokemon has a chance of winning here. And then bring in Typhlosion, hoping to catch something on it. I managed to catch a Blizzard. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't want to... yeah, I don't want Typhlosion in against Gigalith. I decided to farm a little bit here. Just a little bit, but enough to win here. And bring it down. Thank you all for watching my draft battles, and I hope you all have a great night.